So what we're interested today is to show you how to strap an ankle for an inversion sprain. An inversion sprain is when the player has sprained this ligament on the outside of their ankle. This will normally happen with that motion. So if you've suffered that sort of motion where you've done your injury, it's probable that this is the ligament we're going to protect. Now the setup here is essential. If we place the foot now at a right angle here, then we're going to be able to get tape applied here to protect that ligament. If we strap the foot in this position, we're not going to be able to support that ligament at all. So the setup position is really critical. Up to a right angle here, and if anything, even a little bit turned out. That will make this in the most shortened position and therefore able to support best. Now if the player has a sensitivity to adhesive tape, you can use this material called Hyperfix or Fixamol, which will protect their skin. So I'm just going to put one layer of this on so you can see how it lays on. Essentially, you don't put it on under any tension. This is the material here. You don't need to use that if the person doesn't have a sensitivity to tape. So from here on, this is what we're going to do. First thing we do is put what we call an anchor around the leg. Now it's important that this isn't put on with any tension. It just wraps around. We don't want to make that like a tourniquet there. Yeah, so it's just laid on the skin. Really, that just serves as an area of attachment for the other bits of tape, so they're not tugging directly on the skin. From here on, it's important the foot doesn't change its position. So the first thing we're going to apply that's going to be a real wrap for it is a stirrup. Starts on the inside, goes down over our landmark, which is this bump here, under the foot, up the other side of the foot, over the bump on the other side, and then tear it off. So it attaches back up onto our original anchor strap. Notice that this doesn't touch the skin through here. That's not important, because when we bind it all together, you'll find that that helps to hold it even more firmly. So commonly, you might put two stirrups on. One straight over the bone, one a little bit fanning forward, over the side here, up the other side. Now don't worry too much about creases when you do this. It all comes out in the wash okay. So they're stirrups. The next thing for a simple strapping would be to put a 6 on. Here we cross over diagonally. So we start on the outside, bring it diagonally across the foot, across and up over that bump again on the outside. It's very important with the stirrups and that first 6 that we come down the inside and up the outside, again to help to prevent that movement inwards, which is a problem. That's what we're trying to protect. Now to balance that, we do need the stirrup going the other way, so it'll cross over again. And I find this easier, rather than trying to start and hope you get the angle right up here and then find you can't bend the tape. It's better if you place it on at the angle you want to go over that section of the ankle. So lay it like so, over here, underneath the foot, and back up to the original anchor spot. So for the most simple ankle strapping, just a preventative thing for when people are coming back after having done their rehabilitation, this is a really good one for them to use to support them while they're returning to play. They'll still be able to work their foot up and down, so you want them to be able to do that. They need to be able to do that to run. But what you want to try and limit is the movement that way. So we're giving her protection through this area here, so it's a bit harder for that to roll that way. Again, we need some motion there to adapt to the surface, but that's largely the business part of the tape. Now, to hold it in place, you can fix it off with a few more anchor tapes, which will then just hold everything in place. And these are locking straps just to hold those other tapes in position. Once again, it's important you don't put tension on the tape. Let the tape do its job by the position you put it in. So we put 3 of those on there down the side, so that now she's well protected this way, but she can still move her foot up and down through here. That's the simplest form of ankle strapping tape, which is a good preventative one and a good one for a mild ankle inversion sprain for return to sport.